Hello, welcome back to the channel. Okay, it's going to be a special episode of my gaming news roundup because we had the PS5 reveal only a few hours ago. So I'm going to do a special just talk over of my my view of it. I've not watched it yet because it was on quite late and I had lots of stuff on in the evening because I'm in the UK obviously. So let me go through it all and I'll give my live reaction and my impressions of the total sort of thing, the show. So let's get into this now. Right, let's go. I assume that a lot of you have already watched it, so I won't sort of show so much on the I'll try not to talk over stuff still what's going on, but I won't have the volume cranked up so you can hear everything because I'm going to assume a lot of people have already watched it. This is really just my opinion on the conference. I think the show's only an hour long, I believe, which is quite short, so let's see how much they cram into an hour. And remember, Xbox have already done their third party show, so the next show they do is just literally just first party, where Sony haven't done that, so this is their third party and first party, just the games are shown. So I'm going to try to see if I can highlight what's first party and what's third party in this as well, and what's actually coming at the launch of the PS5 as opposed to waiting for other games to come out for the PS5. I also believe Sony recently announced that their games, PS5 games, won't be crossplay. They won't be playable on PS4, which is a massive shame. They will be exclusive, but there's no crossplay, so that's a massive letdown in my books because I think Sony are making a massive mistake on that. Right, so let's get into this. So this is like it's just a showcase of PS4, what they delivered on PS4. This looks like it's all first party. This is their showcase of first party games on PS4.
Together, we were destined for something great.
Apart from FF7. Actually, there's a few in there that are not first party. I had Destiny in there as well. Yeah, PS4 had a good year, but personally, I didn't think it was good until towards the end of the year, really. The last end of generation, the last 3 years, that's when Sony lit up. But that's generally what happens. That's what happens in the PS3 era as well. They don't generally do much in the first few years. Hopefully they make a change, because I want to buy a PS5, but I'm not going to buy it if it's just dropping with neck freely. You know what I mean? I'm being a bit sarcastic there, but I think you understand what I mean. I want them to drop something decent. I'm not buying it for Godfall. So this isn't a PS5 exclusive. This is third party, and this is a PS4 game. It's still got PS4 in the corner, so they probably just got a deal for Grand Theft Auto on the PS5. Not exclusivity deal, probably just content deal.
Champagne, anyone?
Just sort of smash things.
So now what?
Smart delivery, so if they bring out a new version of that, you're going to have to buy it. Probably why they're happy to. Rocksteady happy for PS5 to showcase their game, so they can sell more versions of it. You've only got an hour, so I need to get into it. Christ.
It was great to kick today off with a look back at just some of the seminal moments of the last 25 years. And what better way to bridge our past and our future than with a game that's graced every PlayStation console, Grand Theft Auto. It's been a privilege.
Close your eyes here and imagine Sean Bean's talking to you.
We're thrilled to open today with the news that partnership will continue with PlayStation 5. It's now just over a year since we began sharing technical details of PlayStation 5, but today's the day that we've been looking forward to for years, when we get to show you just some of the games that demonstrate our belief that PlayStation 5 marks the biggest generational transition.
I stream this at 1080p 30 FPS, so
today's event.
Yeah, if some of the graphics and everything doesn't look great, that's on them, not on me, because I've got better equipment
in how they
them,
look,
apparently.
sound and feel. Enough from me. We're going to have the games do our talking.
A hero's just someone who doesn't give up. Your dad said that. He was right.
Is it Spider-Man? The Spider-Man game?
Now it's your turn. Go be a hero, Miles.
Okay, let's do this.
This is going to be a Miles Mayhem? That's out of Mask. Miles Morales. That's a villain out of Mask. Miles Morales Spider-Man game. That's probably going to be a launch title. Insomniac Games, that's first party. That's your first party. Yeah, my only issue with that.
今日は皆さんに僕らが作っている新しいグランツーリスモの情報をシェアできるということですごく興奮しています。今回のグランツーリスモはおそらくこれまでのねグランツーリスモのファンの
You can read what you're saying, you don't have to listen. My only point on that is that they released a game 2 years, Spider-Man game 2 years ago. They released another one at launch. Does this mean now they're just going to sort of churn out a Spider-Man game every 2 years? If they bought some of that just to make Spider-Man games? It's a bit real key, and it's a bit boring to be honest. I thought they would have got some of that making sort of other stuff rather than just Spider-Man, but I mean, how much Spider-Man can you have? It's just swinging around, other than the story changing, you're just going to be swinging around the same city. Oh well. Right, Gran Turismo. I've done a video on this because the developer said they were not working on this. So they lied. Obviously just so they could showcase it here. Thrown in the real driving simulator. I can't believe it. Is that open world? Have they copied? You give much away that demo. Right, this is just generic that you get in all the racing games. Looks good, but I'm not really a racing buff, so I don't really play much of the Forzas, to be honest. See, 1080p, 30 FPS isn't gonna do you any favours, Sony. It's not gonna pop like it should be doing at the presentation. Okay, the next game, another PlayStation Studio game. So I guess this is first party. And it's Ratchet and Clank. Okay. I've never been a fan on Ratchet and Clank. I've never been a fan on any of these kind of games on any platform. It's not my thing. The thing is it going to be made by Insomniac, or did Naughty Dog make the original Ratchet and Clank? I wonder if Insomniac making it, then it's quite interesting because I think they're working on Spider-Man as well. So, or they just got another studio to make it.
How do I steer this thing? Ask nicely. Slow down, please. That's not
The fan base have to change their stance on not liking cartoony games as well.
the dimensions are weakening.
It would be interesting if the dimensions they went into were other PlayStation games. Sort of made it like Kingdom Hearts kind of thing, where they just interacted with all the different types of, you know what I mean, Disney sort of cartoony characters, etc. But I mean, it'd be good if that was Spyro, for example. But yeah, nothing spectacular. Hyped as Ratchet and Clank at all. That's another first party titles. That's 3 first party titles we've seen there. Gran Turismo 7, Spider-Man, and this. Still believe it's first party, but I wonder who's making it. I wonder if it's Insomniac. If it is, I don't believe it will be out at launch. Because, well, Spider-Man. I wouldn't release 2 games by Insomniac at launch, would they? Move on to the next game.
Hi, I'm Marcus Smith, Creative Director at Insomniac Games. The entire studio is so excited to be able to share with you a first ever look at Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, a brand new, full-length, interdimensional adventure built from the ground up for the PlayStation 5. We're doing things we've never been able to do before, like use dimensional rifts to be able to leap from planet to planet nearly instantly, or put ray trace reflections on Clank. All of our alien worlds are filled with density and life previously unseen. Plus, Ratchet's all-new arsenal is more exciting than ever thanks to the DualSense controller's enhanced feedback. Ratchet and Clank are near and dear to our hearts at Insomniac, and we can't wait to share more with you in the future. But for now, here's another look.
Right, yes, it's not a launch title. I should say. More gameplay.
Did you see that? Like my ride, bro? Off the long axe.
So the graphics do look sort of nice, but it's nothing you've not seen from a Ratchet & Clank game already.
Sand shots from above.
And it is Insomniac making it, which is interesting. I don't think it's going to be a launch title. As he said, we'll see more from this at a later date, so I don't believe it will be a launch title.
Was that a kraken? Or at least a very large octopus.
Into the Kraken's body.
I will never get used to that. Hey, to break reality. Don't let him get to the boss! Did Dr. Nefarious really resurface after all these years just to try and take over the universe again? Yeah! I kinda wish he was doing a worse job!
He must have more planned than he intended.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Just a shooter, really, isn't it? I'm surprised they don't release his games on Switch as well, just to draw in more money. So they should ideally do. It's only sort of a bit more clever. This would be the sort of just ideal for Switch. I mean, Xbox put Minecraft Dungeons on the Switch, and it's just outselling Animal Crossing, the new Animal Crossing game at the moment. So, sales are sales at the end of the day. Here we go. Next game. Yeah, so I think Sony need to start putting their games on other platforms if they want to start making money. This is third party. We've seen 3 first party games. This is third party. So maybe they've either got a timed exclusive deal or content. Okay, show me that. Right, what's next? So, is that a robot world? Robots have finally inherited the Earth. Good on them. I think you play the cat. Okay. That's interesting. Did it say who it was made by? That's like till next year anyway. Did it say who it was made by? So, probably exclusive. Right, now it's going on to the hardware now. I think it's what a lot of people want to say. They've not been very clear on stuff.
Making games used to be about these constant trade-offs between the artistic vision and technical limitations. With PS5, we're not going to be burdened like that. We're going to be able to realize our artistic vision a lot better. It's got a ton of horsepower, which is very easy to unlock, and it's a machine that's really easy to develop on. The PS5 will present a paradigm shift as to what players will come to expect from gaming. Will let us tell stories, make worlds, create gameplay that I think will truly captivate the player and really surprise quite a few people. Please take a look at this new franchise for Worldwide Studios, coming exclusively for PlayStation 5.
What studios? It's not a first party studio, is it? Must be just a small indie studio. Oh, what is it? I can't remember what they said. Oh, they didn't hear what the studio said. Let's have a look at this.
Over and over, I relive my first moments on this alien planet.
This is PlayStation 5 Studios. It must be first party, but they didn't know what the studio was.
My death. The crash. The attack. My death. Trapped in this endless cycle. Even death is no escape. Each time I awake, this planet seems somehow different. As if changing.
So we're calling Eternal Deathloop. This is like that other game that come out where you got to solve a murder before you're killed. You got to solve it. That came out last year. I can't remember what it's called now. It's Xbox. Or there's that movie, that Tom Cruise movie, where he just keeps dying, reliving the same experience until he solves something.
My only choice is to keep fighting. To keep looking for answers. My only hope is to break the cycle. Before the cycle breaks me.
I guess that means if you die, do you return back to the beginning of the game? You have to redo it all again? That kind of makes sense. The time with what the game's about. It'd be tough, but it wouldn't be something new. Below the release, I think it was below release last year, had the same mechanics. If you die, you have to redo the whole game again. Permanent death. State of Decay's got permanent death. Alright, okay. We've done this Bend Bend Studios, is it? Can't remember who done this now. Same people made Dreams, which wasn't the success, which I predicted wasn't the success they thought it would be. Because at the end of the day, just like Project Spark, how that failed, people just want to play games, they don't want to make games. Very few people have got the patience to make a game. It takes a lot of effort. I sort of called it, but oh well. So this is just like a platformer game then with Sackboy. Okay. Yep. And so far there's nothing that's made me go, wow, or, ooh, well, that's all interesting. It's all been sort of predictable, more or less so far. I guess Santa Monica or Naughty Dog or the big studios not making anything yet. Right, what do we have here? Oh, so this is like a Twisted Metal kind of spin-off. I wish they'd done Twisted Metal actually, rather than this, we're just racing normal cars. I wonder if you can design your cars this or anything. They should really show that if that is capable in it. But it sort of looks like a Twisted Metal sort of spin-off. And Twisted Metal was great. That was one of my favourite games on the old PlayStation 2. Yeah, this is like Twisted Metal where you got your little sort of abilities and your cars and things. So what we got next?
Hello everyone, my name is Josh Greer and this is my brother Mike. We're from Ember Lab, a small team with a background in film and animation.
And we're very excited today to share with you the first look at our new game. It's a story full of adventure and charm that has themes in personal growth and redemption. So please enjoy.
Let's see, personal growth and redemption. Looks cute. Graphics look sort of pixel, like, you know, the studio pixel, not pixely as in the graphical. Anyway.
Driven by the belief that you can help these troubled spirits.
This off the bat reminds me of Ori. It looks kind of like a sort of a first-person Ori game, like Ori and the Blind Forest. You see what I'm on about? You see where I'm going with that?
Have no power here.
So it's a platformer. Obviously a lot of cutscenes. Yeah, it sort of reminds me of a mixture between Recall and Ori. Actually, it actually does look like something I could make on Project Spark. I made games like this on Project Spark with pretty much the same graphics. Obviously, we're still in that generation graphics, but the effects and everything you could do in Project Spark actually. Ori, the Blind Forest, a Project Spark tale. Yeah. That kind of game would be great on Game Pass. So this is why Sony need to get on board with stuff like that. Because you just wonder if those games are apply to the mass market of Sony fans. So it's a shame those games, much like this one, will just fall into. And probably will. These are not exclusive anyway, so they probably will end up on Xbox Game Pass after 6 months.
feel like I'm just standing on the edge of doing great things. But something's holding me back. Maybe it's just nerves. Maybe it's the fear I'll never be as good as what I imagine, when I'm still just standing on the edge. But if we've got nothing else to lose, might as well jump.
Yeah, so what's this basically just like a story of a school? Yeah, not really co-op. Not all the indie titles currently. Not sure that the gameplay was in there either. Okay. You.
Hi, I'm Lorne Lanning, and I'm here to share with you a game that I've been dying to make.
Hello.
It's an emotionally engaging story where rescuing is rewarding, failure is devastatingly hilarious, and the memories should last you a lifetime. Take a look.
You are no longer a slave, Abe. They believed, trusted, followed, and it led them here. You may have escaped the murderous blade
So the style and graphics look kind of interesting. See where they go with this.
of your entire people.
Sort of original. Sort of.
Is up to you.
So, what I get from the gameplay between all the cutscenes is that it's going to be a side-scrolling platform game. Yep, I'm going to go with as a side-scrolling platform game. Looks good, just like Mad Max. I like that look. Oh, it's going to be a side-scrolling platform game, kind of like Lemmings, I imagine. Looking at, I guess you're going to have to guide all your people around. Yeah, look, you have to guide them around and hope they don't die. Yeah, look, you've got your people there, so you've got to, I guess, guide them through the maps. So it's sort of a puzzler, platformer.
Find your full voice.
Interesting. Very interesting.
PlayStation 5によって我々の考える東京のビジュアルを実現できました。今までに見たことのない
I don't know why I turned him up.
魅力を見て、
You can just read
感じ
it.
ることができます。これからお見せするのはゴーストワイヤー東京の世界初のゲームプレイ動画です。スーパーナチュラルでミステリアスな東京、そこに潜む驚異と美しさを感じ取っていただけると思います。ぜひお楽しみください。
Tokyo, Japan. In case you was unsure where Tokyo was.
Hear threats.
This looks like next gen. Borderline. Right, this looks like We Happy Few, I'd say. It looks kind of like We Happy Few. If you haven't played We Happy Few on the Xbox, or when it went multi-plat. And Xbox bought the studio. So I'm interested to see what they do, but yeah, it kind of looks like a Yeah, another game looks interesting, but these games do so much better going on Game Pass. It's a shame. Because you wouldn't want would you spend £40, $40 on that? I guess if you're into those style of games, but I can't imagine the casual market would be interested in that game at all. And like many of the games on here that they're showing. Super Brothers, didn't they make arcade games in the past, side-scrolling fighters? Not too sure. Super Brothers. Sound familiar. This looks really slow. The problem with this reveal now is that they showed the demo, the Unreal Engine 5 demo, which everyone hyped up and said the power of the PS5 made out to be fantastic, and then they show this reveal which in no way, shape or form reflects the demo. I mean, that C doesn't look great. So what is this? What kind of a game is this? Where's the gameplay? That sea looks awful. So that's going to be a launch title, I guess. A launch title for the PS5. If you want to put £500 on your PS5 and get that game, good on you. It's good to support these smaller things, but as I said, I think they're better supported on subscription services. Oh, and here we go, Godfall. This is basically by the same makers of Borderlands, so it's just Borderlands that's in hack and slash style. It doesn't seem to have the character that Borderlands has. The characters don't seem to interact or be much of a personality. It just seems like a purely hack and slash. It looks like an MMO actually, like just fighting, hacking and MMO games that I've played, because I play a lot of MMOs. Sort of style of game. This doesn't look. Oh, yeah. Interesting. Okay, so it's interesting. Straight off the bat, this reminds me of Ashen. Same sort of graphic effects and just weird Even right down to the hair and stuff like that. It's just very Ashen-esque. Ashen was game released first on Xbox and then went to other platforms. It was like a Dark Souls-esque game, sort of combat and things. Boss is very hard, but it was sort of like this. And it's called Solo Ash. I think even this is pretty much the same writing as Ashen. They keep just putting those bits in and sort of just to drag it out longer. Why do they keep putting these bits in?
It was always gonna end like this. All your hard work, all your sacrifice, only sped up the process.
I think it sounds like Hitman.
And now, you find yourself alone. Only death awaits.
Yep, Hitman. Hitman 3. Yeah. They need to make those games co-op. If it was 2-player and you could sort of, if you work out a plan and stuff, so one of you got to distract the enemy, the other one goes in one way, and so such, it'd be just great if they made that co-op.
Agent 47 is back for his most intimate and professional contract in his entire career. This is also the dramatic conclusion for the World of Assassination trilogy. I'm so proud to be here to present a little glimpse of the gameplay where Agent 47 is on top of the world in Dubai. Enjoy.
See its gameplay. Graphics too, don't look next gen. Next gen at all. So is this the gameplay? Yeah, that was the gameplay. Yeah, make them co-op games. It'd be brilliant. Be good because they want to be going dressed up and lure someone to another room where the other one can snipe them from a window. Okay, something special if you're on a PS. First party. It's an Astro character from the VR thing. It's the thing, they've not showed any VR. I've talked not about showed no VR hardware, not talked to VR, not showed any VR games at all. And this doesn't look like a VR game either, which originally was a VR game. But it just looks like a standard just game now. Astro's Playroom. Oh man. Yeah. Who's hyped for that? Next gen power. It's just not looking great at the moment now. It's really dipped. So it's interesting. It's like the kind of games that I play on Xbox, kind of a little indie Funny indie titles up below and such. Oh, sorry. Once again, these games have benefited best on Game Pass. I guess he does missions and he's like the butler, so he's like sort of Batman. He's like Bruce Wayne running dangerous missions and Butler's just sort of sits at home. Yeah, I like the look of that. Oh, whereabouts?
What's up, everyone? I'm Zion Williamson of the New Orleans Pelicans. Here we go.
Okay.
The first ever teaser for NBA 2K21. Y'all are not ready for this.
New Orleans has Pelicans? Yeah, I'm aware of that. Little basketball game. Oh no, it's got a massive following. I hate basketball.
I ain't trying to break you down, but for real, you might as well give up now. Think you got a chance, but I don't see how. Got a real tight grip when I hold that crown. I'm the first one in and the last one out. Whoever owns the place gotta drag me out. I don't make a sound when I stray. You better just run for your life. Run for your life. Run for your life.
Look at the graphics and that, they've made his eyes to pure white. There's no colour distortion. Distortion? That's not a word. You know what I mean? Right, okay. Basketball game. It didn't really give anything away. You play basketball on your own, just shoot hoops on your own? Don't know. What have we got now? I guess it's just a generic NBA games. I didn't catch the title. I switched off. Right.
Amazing, aren't they? Half bug, half snack. A very recently discovered species, entirely unique to this island. Oh, this one's lively. Beautiful seed patterns. Oh, and it's tasty too. Welcome to the island of bug snacks.
Oh my. Oh dear, okay. This should definitely be on the Switch. You eat bugs and then it turns you into the bug you're eating. It's very awkward. Right.
My invitation is open. Come join me on the island of bug snacks.
Liz, they're was trying to carry a lamp with my weenie hands, but I dropped it, and now the town's on fire.
Oh, again?
Ooh, is that a launch title? Is that the equivalent of knack? Oh dear. Wow. Right, let's move on. Quick.
Hi everyone, thank you for being with us today for this very special event.
Okay.
But before we get to the end of the show, I have something very near and dear to me.
Okay, this is the first part game. I'm going to guess this is Horizon Zero Dawn 2. Possibly not. No, it's not. Oh, just Demon Souls? Remake. You're gonna slap remake on there somewhere. Just rebooting it. Okay. Demon Souls remake you want.
Deathloop is a next-gen first-person shooter about rival assassins locked in a time loop.
This is our unique vision, what Arkane is all about.
Freeform immersive gameplay, a surreal player-driven story smashed together.
Want to see some stylish action? Check this out.
Waiting. This is third party as well.
He is to be shot on site henceforth in perpetuity. Your assistance is appreciated and mandatory. The real party doesn't start until he's dead.
She is not making this easy.
This is a bit weird.
It's cold! Hope you're ready to loot! Die already! Busted! Die!
Damn. Good morning, Black Reef. Another day, another death. Aren't time loops fun?
Oh, another time loop game. Come on.
For everyone else on this island, this place is paradise. A never-ending party. where hunting me is the main attraction. And no matter how I try to escape, they always cut me down. But I'm one stubborn motherfucker. Every loop I'm learning a little more, piecing together the puzzle. There's 8 targets, and they all gotta die before midnight. There's just one little snag.
You thought it was going to be easy?
Juliana Blake, Black Reef's protector and a real pain in my ass. She may kill me 1,000,000 times, but eventually, inevitably,
Now, if they made her another player, so you've got to take out someone, but they've got to take out you, that would be interesting. But is that the case? It's not being clear on anything. There's another time loop game. You die and the loop thing in there.
I don't like watching you die. I like killing you. There's a difference.
Yeah, there we go. This might be interesting. This is a game I'll play. If you play yeah, there's one game that's tickled my fancy for the well, it's not exclusive anyway, so that's one game that's tickled my fancy out of all this. What do we have here?
Greeted them with a dark, cold silence. The bush is empty. Yet determined to find the berries, the rascal broke free of Mother's grasp and vanished into the trees. Mother's worried cries faded fast as the girl ran on, over vine, under branch, and into the forest.
It's not really loud.
What is it with that creepy story?
You can barely hear her.
It's just a local tale.
You're really into that stuff?
Crank the volume up.
Being so paranoid.
No! Friendly! Friendly! Who are you? Who sent you? What's going on? They're coming. Who is?
This game doesn't look next gen. So it looks like a story-driven horror game.
Chris? Sorry, Ethan. Why?
Resident Evil. Resident Evil's Not too sure on Resident Evils. I never got into them. So is it Resident Evil spin-off? Yeah. It's funny because they showed that tech demo, but none of the games have matched that tech demo. Not even close. Another really quiet game. Kind of looks interesting, but it's just all cutscene. Okay.
What is that?
Freedom. Our freedom.
What do we have now? Right, first party game. I guess this is the final game. They usually end on a big game in E.G.G. first party. So I'm going to go with Horizon Zero Dawn 2. That's what I reckon it's going to be. Looking at it. Never played the first one. Didn't interest me. It just looked too... nothing spectacular really. I play a lot of MMOs, as if you may possibly know. I play loads of MMOs, so those kind of worlds are far more interesting than sort of the world that was offered. Especially in single player mode. They need to start making more of their games co-op or multiplayer. Worlds are much more interesting when you're exploring them with someone. They're just empty when you're on your own.
I must find a way to stop it.
Can you imagine if they made a game where another player played the thing you're riding, and he plays as that, and then the other player gets on top of you, you control the thing and you ride around and you can attack. And just, you know, use your imagination, people. Makes just games with a bit more imagination.
There's nothing I wouldn't do to save this world. No depth I won't explore.
Also make people play for longer because they're going to want to play as the main hero, and then they want to play as the beast with another friend. They want to play as the pet sort of thing, the mount. So it creates longevity and all by making a game co-op automatically, because you're going to want to play both sides of the story.
This This mission is mine alone. If I falter,
Especially if, like, while she's doing this, obviously the mount can't climb up that, so he has to go his own route on his own adventure. She sort of switched from solo to co-op play. And I. So I guess this is like a bad tribe in the game.
but whatever comes.
Lord of the Rings-esque scenes.
On behalf of the entire team at Guerrilla, we're happy to share the first look at Horizon Forbidden West.
We're continuing Elga's story as she moves west to a far future America.
To brave a beautiful but dangerous frontier masked with mysterious new threats.
Get ready to explore distant lands ravaged by massive storms.
And take on new, powerful machines as you return
to the majestic world of Horizon.
Stay tuned for much more. We can't wait for you to get your hands on it.
I think there's a lot to look forward to for the community.
I think fans are going to be really pleased.
As a game designer and storyteller, this is incredibly exciting. We're talking a whole new generation of ideas and experiences that we can create for the player.
No matter where they are, no matter who they are.
New experiences like we've never had before.
More iconic, interesting characters, more atmospheric, immersive worlds for players to explore.
We want to wow players.
Expect the unexpected. And I, for one, can't wait.
You can't wait.
We can't wait to share them with you.
It's so exciting.
Incredibly exciting.
It's really about love
for the players and for the players.
As a developer, that's an amazing feeling to have.
Welcome to PlayStation 5.
I don't think any of those devs were first party ones. There's also a lot of them indie developers. There's a couple of big ones like Bungie, which I don't rate at all. I think they're lazy developers and greedy developers. And I think Square Enix is there, but the majority of them were just smaller indie who are making their little indie games. So are we going to finally do a reveal of what the console looks like? Okay, that's it. So much hype for that. Right. Yeah, it looks slick. Maybe too slick. Be interested to see how it's compared to the PS4 size, because it looks fairly slim. They've not given any details about the system at all. So there we go. Still gonna have it standing up. Very slim though. digital version, just like the Xbox. It's funny. Fans were version when Xbox released the digital version were mocking it. Now Sony have done a digital version because everyone wants to go digital. DRM things then just a thing of the past now, is it? It's funny.
We hope you've enjoyed the first glimpse of our future today. You've seen our most striking console design yet, and you've seen games that can only be enjoyed with the full range of PlayStation 5's features and power. At PlayStation, we believe in generational transitions, and we put years of work into making them happen. We want you to enjoy the unique benefits of moving from one generation to the next. Thank you for joining us. We're launching later this year, and we have tons more to share. Welcome to PlayStation 5.
I thought it was going to mention backwards compatibility when they said about going from one generation to another. They've got no crossplay, and they've not given any details about backwards compatibility. So that's okay. So there it is. Show over. Okay, so now that's all done and dusted, I'm going to give my opinion of the show overall. So let's first just run through the first party games of what I caught there. So we had Spider-Man, we had Gran Turismo 7, Ratchet and Clank, Astro Playroom, Destruction All Stars. What's it called? Destruction All Stars. Demon Souls Remake and Horizon Zero Dawn 2. So they were the first party, which I could gather from all that. My opinions on that. The launch titles, it looks like Spider-Man and GT7 will be the launch titles, with the rest to come later on, probably next year and the following year. My opinions on those games. Overall, the show... let me give an opinion on the games first. The first party games. To be honest, I'm not excited for any of them. None of them would make me want to buy a PS5 at all. Spider-Man, we had one 2 years ago. If you played Spider-Man, unless you like Miles, then I'm not too sure. Or just if you're a massive Spider-Man addict, would you like Spider-Man? But would you buy a console to play another Spider-Man game? We only had one 2 years ago. And it's Spider-Man. I do hope they just don't go down a path now. They're just going to, in 2 years' time, release the other Spider-Man sequel to Spider-Man 2, and they're just going to be bouncing between Spider-Mans. I do hope they do something better with Insomniac, though. Insomniac are making Ratchet & Clank, another game I'm not really interested in. Gran Turismo, yeah, but I mean, we'll have to see what they do with that. I'm not sure what you can do with it. Forza sort of taking the crown now with Forza Horizons. The open world, so unless they've copied now the open world, we'll have to see what they do with that. Destruction All Stars looks interesting. I liked Twisted Metal. I wish I'd done Twisted Metal, more a Twisted Metal kind of game with the characters and the different vehicles and stuff, rather than just sort of car smash up game. Astro Playroom, yikes. Demon Souls Remake. You know, you can't talk about not liking. Don't buy a next gen console to play old games. When that's an old game. Basically, they're just reselling to you. I wish Sony would stop doing that. They're not being clear on backwards compatibility, but then they're remarketing old games as remasters and remakes and such. No interest in Demon Souls at all. Not my style of games either. Horizon Zero Dawn 2, as I said, yeah, not my style of game either. Just PlayStation 4, the games that did interest me, but won't be buying a PlayStation 4 were God of War and Detroit actually interested me, but that's on PC now. And Spider-Man. Other than that, nothing really interested me. So, but would I buy a PS5 as Miles Morales Spider-Man? No, because personally I didn't really like him as a character anyway. So yeah, out of the first party titles, nothing jumped out. Let me go through the pros and cons, what I think of the show. So my pros are there's much wider game variety, which is good. Sony last generation, their first party was all basically action adventures, cutscene action adventures, single player games. Unfortunately, still following the single player route. but there's a bit more variety with Destruction All Stars. They had Ratchet and Clank last year, and they had Gran Turismo last year, and they had Spider-Man last year, they had Horizon Zero Dawn last year. They always drop Demon Souls games, like or spin-offs. So I suppose there's not that much variety, to be honest. It's the lackluster. I think the show was lackluster. Let me go into the pros. Is all I can think of. The pros is it's a wider game variety. None of the games really stood out, really like maybe gasp. There was no real surprises there. We all sort of knew there was going to be a Horizon Zero Dawn 2. Spider-Man's a kind of surprise, but not a good surprise, I don't believe. Gran Turismo 7 is a surprise because the devs, as I reported in one of my videos, said they wasn't working on a Gran Turismo game, so they've obviously done that just to hold back for this event. But it's still not really a surprise, Gran Turismo. Destruction All Stars, I guess, is the real surprise out of that. That looks sort of interesting and new. The cons, they didn't give a price. I imagine they're holding back the price for the Xbox. They don't want to reveal a price because they want Xbox to lay its cards on the table, which I don't think they will do. Phil already said that he will match the Sony price, so they're not going to do that. Sony, you're going to have to come out first. Xbox's event's not until July, which is all going to just be all first party. There's no third party titles there. No details about the console at all. Really, they just said what it's got in it, but didn't give you any details or really any specifics or anything. They've been hyping up a calling system, which is revolutionary, but they didn't go into any detail or say anything about it. Or any of the components. There's no Ghost games, no real surprises. The console is a lot slimmer and smaller than I imagined as well. At the end, it showed the packages. I'm not sure if that's what you get with the console. Do you get a controller, a headset, and a camera? Look, if that is the case, all in all, I reckon they're going to sell the console for about $500-600 with all that thrown in. I have a feeling it's going to be a £500 or £600 console, if that is all included. The irony was they was going to release the PS4 with a camera as well, but after the fuss that Xbox got with the Kinect, they pulled the camera out. And that's funny, they've now introduced it into this generation with a digital version, basically DRM console. So they've sort of done a complete flip-flop on their last conference, having sort of named and shamed Xbox for doing what they're doing now. But all in all, I would give the event 5 out of 10. Watching it, it was actually, a lot of the games were very cartoony. I'd say about 80% of those games, 90% even, were cartoony, especially of the first party. The first party titles, the only games that weren't really cartoony were Gran Turismo and Horizon Zero Dawn. And probably Demon Souls, I guess. But yes, that's all I've got really my opinions on it. What was your opinion on the show overall? Was it everything you expected? Where was the secret sauce? There was a lot of secret sauce talked about, a lot of hype. Are they going to announce amazing games? People were thinking God of War and the like. Let me know what you think. Give me your opinions. Please sub and share and like. And goodbye for now.